It's not often that Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige says something negative or points out some problems with the industry or previous iterations of things from Marvel. This is the exception, because recently he was talking about Galactus, and he really throws some shade at Fox and how they completely botched Galactus by making him a cloud. So yeah, chances are you guys know who Kevin Feige is, the head of Marvel Studios, the man in charge of everything, the man who got his start in those early days in the industry, working as an assistant and being right there when really the birth of the Marvel Universe as we know it today started, with the combined efforts of Daredevil, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and those early 2000s Marvel films. So recently, Kevin was on hand talking to Empire Online about the whole idea of bringing the Fantastic Four into the MCU and deciding to do Galactus. And well, Empire Online asks him about how they approached Galactus and why they decided to just do a giant purple robot man. And he said, and I quote, "There was still a bit of fear of being silly. In another time, some might consider the notion of somebody with a big, angular head walking through a city goofy. I consider it awesome." End quote. So, yeah, it's not often that you see Kevin Feige throw shade at somebody else for doing something, but let's be crystal clear about this. He's throwing shade at Fox and Rise of the Silver Surfer and their version of Galactus, which up until 2 years ago, really, was considered a absolute abomination and a waste of space and creatively bankrupt Fox. But in the last year to 2 years, it's become something we don't understand and bold and impressive because video essayists. Because if you can say MCU bad, numbers good. So no, this was bad, and even Kevin Feige's telling you, like, you consider it corny, you don't think it's going to work, but you didn't try it. Again, it's all perception and belief in the IP that can solve the problem. At one point, they literally said that a Superman costume can't work with X, Y, and Z. And every single iteration of Superman adds more elements, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that does work. Maybe that does work. You know, like, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's over and over the same thing. Same thing with trying to get comic accurate characters. Don't forget, prior to Aquaman, I was blasted on this channel for suggesting that the Aquaman suit would look great if they just gave him an Aquaman suit with the accurate colors and not the terrible Snyder armor version that he had in the other stuff. And people were like, nope, that can't work, you're an idiot. Or me just merely suggesting that the Wolverine suit and cowl could work was met with so much backlash for years because it can't work because it looks ridiculous. That's the mindset that gets you into something like Fantastic or Rise of the Silver Surfer Galactus, or dare I say it, Chris Nolan's philosophy of grounding everything that literally put a halt to everything in the industry evolving for a decade because it had to be grounded and realistic. You just kind of lose the magic of what makes the comics work, which is unfortunate. But at least they figured it out now. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.